Hey man, how's everybody doing today? So today's message is on seasons. And how do we get through them, right? The changes in life. So I'm going to read out of Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid, nor be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you everywhere you go. And prior to my salvation in 1994, I didn't even look at it as seasons changing in my life. I just said, okay, I've been arrested again. Okay, I got kicked out of high school. It was just bad stuff happening, and now something different was going to happen. I was on probation for a while, or whatever. After salvation, right? And slowly, over time, I've learned to lean on this book, the Holy Bible, God's Word, on how to transition, how to get through each season, right? Because the seasons are going to come whether we want them to or not. And the key is to be prepared for them. And it's much like walking through the doors that are behind me for the first time. Brother, that's going to be a big season change. I pray for the day that you walk through those doors and enter a new season in your life. Let me read this again. Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid, nor be dismayed. For the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. And I've gone through some pretty tough season changes. Her career ended back in 2006 that I thought would be the direction for many years. And it was like the end of the world on one hand, and on the other hand, it was endless opportunities of what am I going to do, But the key is to go into prayer and go into God's Word on how to get through it. And then the one consistent thing that a couple of things actually, that I've always turned to get through seasons that are changing, and sometimes rapidly, is I keep my eyes on Jesus. And I keep moving forward at all costs. And this past probably 5 years have been the most dramatic changes, season changes in my life. God has called me, God has set me on a new direction, and I have pursued Him. I have listened intently, and I've tried to respond appropriately. Now, I haven't done it perfectly, Let me read this again. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid, nor be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. And that's a fact. And then He placed a select few people around me that walk through these seasons of change with me, assuring me that I'm going to get through it. Some of them have been pretty tough, man. And but what I didn't do was give up. What I didn't do is quit. What I didn't do was run the other way. Whatever's happening, I don't know any other way to do it. Is to go straight through it at all costs, because I'm going forward, and I don't have any other option. So, again, first time you walk through the doors of a church, it doesn't have to be this church, it could be any church. As long as they preach out of this book, it's a good church. Now, I do prefer it to be spirit-filled, because without that, it ain't much of a church. So, seasons have changed in ways over the past few years for me that I would have never imagined them changing. God brought me into a season of not wanting for anything. I had everything. Then he brought me into a season of wanting, and I didn't have a whole lot of nothing. And he brought me into a season at the same time of figuring out how to be single and embracing that singleness and embracing that walk with him and going deep with the Lord, because I have never been single from the age of 12 till 50 or somewhere right around there. I had never been single. I don't know. I didn't think that was possible. I didn't know how to be single. But leaning on this, keeping my eyes on Jesus, and He's the relationship. He is the one relationship that I am in, fully committed to. He has done that for me. He's been fully committed to me. He has never left me. Not once. Not once has he turned his back on me, no matter how ugly it got. He's been there to get me through every season. So, I pray that one of you hears this, feels it, and is ready for that season change in your life. And if you are, meet me up here one Sunday morning at the 9 a.m. service at Chapel Springs Church, 11,500 New Life Way. When you pull on the street, you've entered your new season. New Life Way. Bro, come on, man. Just show up, man. Just show up. Ain't nobody gonna hurt you. But I get it. It's tough, man. Anyways, that's the message today, man. Seasons. We're all going to go through them. The question is, how are we going to go through them? I suggest what works for me is God's Word, prayer, having good people around me to let me know when I'm going sideways. All right, man, I love you guys. Have a great day.